she never wanted to leave the room. Like, you know, one of us had always had to lie there with her until she went off, and even when she did, like, you know, she'd often come in and sleep with us. And I'd say to her, like, what's wrong when you go to bed? But in the daytime, like, she wouldn't care. Like, you know, nighttime was a million miles away, she wouldn't even think about it. But at night, like, there was people going up the stairs, you know, there was people in the attic, there was children knocking on the walls, and there was always this man that she'd see across the road, and there was loads of things. Like, I wanted to bring her to a doctor, but Daniel said, like, you know, she grew out of it and we just be careful with the books that, you know, she read and how much she saw on telly and all this, you know. Like, she used to even be scared when she woke up in the morning that Mammy and Daddy would have gone away and that she'd be in the house on her own. Like, yeah, that was one that she told Daniel's mother, and all the furniture and the carpet and everything would be gone. I mean, you know. So I said to her, I said, we would never. It was ridiculous. And that if she was ever worried, to call me and I'd come and I'd get her, and there was nothing to worry about. And she knew our number, and she was very good at learning numbers off, and she knew ours and our nana's and mine at work. I mean, she knew them all. But then in March last year, the school had a sponsored swim, and the kids were going to swim along to the pool. And I promised her I'd go and watch her, but I was late out of work, and I was only going there to meet her afterwards. But when I got there, like, there was an ambulance outside, and I just thought it was, you know, the central media clinic. I thought it was somebody being dropped there. I didn't even pay any attention. But when I got in, there was no one in the pool, and one of the teachers was there with a group of kids, and she was crying, and some of the kids were crying, and this woman came over, another one of the mothers, and said there'd been an accident and that Niamh had hit her head and she'd been in the pool and they were trying to resuscitate her, but that she was going to be alright. And I just didn't believe it was happening. I mean, I thought it must have been somebody else. And I went in, I was like run to this room, and Niamh was on a table. And an ambulance man was giving her the kiss of life. She was in her bathing suit, and the ambulance man said he didn't think what he was doing was working, and he didn't know that she was alive. And he wrapped her in a towel and he took her out to the ambulance, and I got in the back with him, and they radioed on ahead and they were going to put her in a machine in Beaumont and try and revive her there. But the ambulance man knew, I think. I mean, she wasn't breathing, and he just knew. And he said, if I wanted to say goodbye to her in the ambulance in case I didn't get a chance to in the hospital. And I gave her a little hug. And I told her Mammy loved her very much. I mean, she just looked asleep, you know. But her lips had gone blue, and she was dead. And it all happened so fast. I mean, it was just a few minutes, and I don't think I have to tell you how hard it was. I mean, between me and Daniel as well, it just didn't seem real. I mean, at the funeral I thought I could go and I could lift her out of the coffin and it would all be the end of it. I mean, I think Daniel was, like, I don't know if he actually blamed me. I mean, there was nothing I could do, you know, but he became very busy in work, you know, just keeping himself. And I was, like, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was just walking around wanting to sit in the house with Daniel's mother, fussing all over the place, just months of this, you know, not really talking about it, like. But then one morning I was in bed and Daniel had gone to work. And I used to just lay there like, for a few hours just trying to stay asleep really, I suppose. And the phone rang, and it rang for a long time, and I wasn't going to get it. And eventually it stopped and I was dropping off again, and then it started ringing again for a long time. And I thought it must have been somebody, you know, Daniel, it must have been somebody that knew I was there. So I went down, I answered it, and the line was very faint. It's like a cross line, and I could hear a voice, but I couldn't really hear what they were saying. And then I heard Neve. And she said, "Mammy." And I just said, "Yes." And she said she wanted me to come and get her. I said, I didn't know whether this was a dream or her leaving us having a dream. And I said, "Where are you?" And she said she thought she was in Nana's in the bedroom and she was scared. There was children knocking on the walls, and that man was standing across the road and he was looking up and he was going to cross the road and would I get her? And I said, "I would, of course I would." And I just dropped the phone and I ran out to the car in the t-shirt I slept in, and I drove to Daniel's mother's house and I could hardly see. I was crying so much. I mean, I knew she wasn't going to be there. I mean, I knew she was gone, but to think that wherever she was, that there was nothing I could do about it. Daniel's mother called a doctor and I slept for a day or two. Daniel felt that I needed to face up to Neve being gone, but I thought he just needed to face up to what happened to me, you know? He was insisting I get some treatment and that everything would be okay. But I mean, you know, what can help that? I mean, if she's still out there, she still needs me.
You don't think it could have been a dream you were having?
I heard her.
Valerie, darling, you were after getting a terrible shock. These things can happen, and it's just your brain trying to deal with it. Is your husband coming down?
I don't think so.
And it'd be a terrible shame if you didn't, because of something that you don't even know what it was.
You said you knew what it was.
But you can't just accept that. I mean, you've got to look at the broader thing of it.
Could have been a wrong number.
What?
Could have been a wrong number, and you think you'd have heard it, something on the line.
Hear someone's fucking voice.
Here, go easy, Brenda. Sounds like trying to talk to you.
Please, okay, something happened and it's nice to be sitting here with you and to hear what you're saying and to know that I'm not crazy.
Valerie, look, nobody's going to think that. It's just that there's no explanation for these things, and we don't even know what they are. They're kind of old cogs, but there's usually some rational explanation first. Sure, Jim was delirious with the flu that time. Jim!
I had a right temperature.
Maura Neelan, sure, she was in here every night of the week. How much would you have to drink, Brendan? Be honest now.
How much did she drink?
Have a bit of respect, Finbar.
I'm just trying to make a point. She was a drinker.
We're all drinkers.
I know, but she was an alcoholic. She had a bottle of whiskey put away before you knew where you were.
You're not being
talking after that.
You're not being fair to her. The woman's dead, she can't defend herself.
I'm not casting anything on her. I mean, if she walked through that door now, if she was alive, I'd buy her a drink, and I hope she'd enjoy it. I'd be the first to buy her a drink, and more power to her. But I run a bar myself down in the Arms, and I know what a right few drinks will do to you. I'm just saying she liked her drop is all.
What about you and the Walshes?
How many times have I got to tell you they're just a bunch of fucking headbangers? I got the wind put up me that night. Fair enough, but that's what these stories do to you. And I resent that now, what happened to me that night. But I was young and that's over with. Fucking lulas. And in all this, I'm missing the bigger thing. I'm very sorry about what happened to your daughter, Valerie. Very sorry indeed.
We all are. It's terrible.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to go. I don't want to, but
I can leave her down.
are you sure you don't want to come along now?
Sure, stay and have another drink. Relax for a little while.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hang on here for a while.
And we're not going to have any more of the old stories.
Oh, don't be an old woman, she'll be grand.
All right.
She'll be grand.
Could I get a lift, Bar?
Of course you can, Jim.
You alright for the morning now, Jim?
Yeah.
It's just like to get over to Conor Boland's, you know what?
Yeah, it's fine. Quarter. Brendan, again. Please.
Yep.
Thanks. Valerie,
It was lovely to meet you, Jim.
I'm very sorry about what's happened to you. And I'm sure your little girl is very safe and comfortable wherever she is. And I'm going to say a little prayer for her. Although I'm sure she doesn't need it. She's a little saint. She's an innocent. And that fella that I saw in the churchyard that time, it was only the rotten poutine and the fever I had. Finbar's right, you enjoy your peace and quiet here now. It was lovely to meet you. We'll see you again. Goodbye.
Thanks, Jim.
All right.
Valerie,
Thanks for everything.
you're very welcome. I'll call down over the next couple of days, and then I'll make sure that you're settling in okay. Right? No bother at all. Men, hope to see you again soon, Jack. Huh? All right.
See you soon.
Brendan,
Take it easy, Finbar. Look after yourself.
I won't leave it so long next time.
Okay. See you now. Good night, Jim.
See you soon.
See you in the morning.
8:45.
Sees now.
There we are now, eh? I'm sorry for snapping up that
I was-
time.
I think it was my fault.
Would you go on? Of course it wasn't your fault.
This fun.
Of course it wasn't your fault. Jesus, like, it's all very well us sitting around here, becking around with our stories. Something personal like that. That's happened to you. People are going to deal with it in different ways, you know. Jim didn't mean, you know,
Yeah.
he didn't mean anything by it, like.
You didn't mean there was anything wrong with your phone. I don't think.
It's a terrible thing that's happened to you. Do you ever get over something like that, I wonder? I don't mean the phone call, you know.
I know. I don't know.
We're all very sorry.
Come on. Go on, we're sitting near the fire. It's getting cold. We'll have a last one.
Good idea.
Valerie, I'll get one for you. Jack, you'll have one for the road.
Can I get this?
Oh, no.
It's on the house now. Bar's officially closed. Go on.
Come on now, get yourself in there now. We'll be grand in a minute.
I want to give you a little brandy, Valerie. This wine is freezing in the fridge.
Oh, good man.
Lovely, thanks.
Good girl. Jim will be lost though. When the mommy goes. Brendan.
Ah,
What do you
definitely. She's been very sick now, Valerie. For years now. Fed and fast, like. For years. She still spoils that boy rotten though, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
An awful lot.
It's not really.
There's no one says you have to drink it all. Your man just put it back in the bottle, you know. I think we'll have a little toast to you, sweetheart.
Yes, to Valerie.
I hope it's all in the end.
Cheers.
There's the boy now.
No children, Jack, no?
Jesus, no. You're never married. I do be at this fella though. A young fella like him, not to end up like me.
Do you ever wish you were married?
Oh, sure, Jesus, who'd have me? I can clearly out-fucker like me.
Too right.
I do be up to say it to this fella though. I'm down in the garage. On my own. See, it was bypassed by the main road in the Carrick.